All right, guys, it's Jahlon, and today's Jahlon On is on content creation. I'm specifically talking to streamers, and more specifically, I'm pulling a thread I found on the Twitch subreddit off to talk to you guys about because this one has a lot of stuff going on in it, and I'm sure a lot of small streamers feel the same way. So let's jump into this sort of statement. And the person says, want to quit streaming. And by the way, the person's name is Chinese Food Container, and I have no idea if they stream under that name or not, but this is a brilliant name and they should be running with this. I started almost exactly 1 year ago. I have 4.3 thousand followers, but only I'd say 10 regulars who stop by from time to time. I bought a nice green screen, webcam, high-end PC, Xbox Series X, so I put some money into it. But that's not really an issue if I were to give up streaming. I have a nice logo, nice transitions, nice music, and it took me months to perfect those things and get to where I thought I'd be happy. I was wrong. I'm in a rut. Same games, same routine, no fun, and no joy. I have no motivation to stream to the same 4 to 10 viewers and have no motivation to really grow anymore. Or so I think. I'm very critical of myself. I have anxiety, and the only time I feel the stream is somewhat fun or successful is when I drink a few beers. I just don't want to have to drink in order to stream. If I have to stream sober, I feel very boring and I am very hard on myself. Should I push through or just maybe streaming isn't for me? I want to be entertaining, but my anxiety has other plans. So there is a lot going on with this thing. And the very first thing I want to say as a responsible human being is if you feel the need that you have to consume alcohol to engage in any activity, stop doing that activity. That is textbook self-destructive. So that's on you. However, I have a bit of a problem with a streamer who has 4.3 thousand followers and they'd say 10 regulars who stop by from time to time. Because let me show you something going on right now in Among Us. It took me, I'm not even kidding you, about 8 minutes to scroll through all of the Among Us streamers. And what you see on my screen right now is there are multiple rows of streamers working for it, putting in the effort to 0 people. Okay, if I start scrolling up, there's still 0 people. Now we get to the 1 viewer, and let me tell you the trick here. If you paid attention to the other video I did that just appeared in the corner, you should never ever be streaming to 0 people. So all of them down there need to come watch this video. All those 1 viewer people, those should be people who are watching their own stream to get over the first follower. As we keep trying just to scroll ourselves up here, there are multiple rows and rows and rows and rows and rows. Look at this, of 1 follower. Look how long I'm scrolling to get out of the 1 viewer category. And this person is saying that they have 4 to 10 viewers stopping by. I can keep talking until we get out of the 1 viewers, but I don't think we have that kind of time. This video will be like 20 minutes long. So now the person says they have 4.3 thousand followers and only 10 regulars. Did you know that most people on Twitch don't ever have a following of 10 regulars? The majority of people on Twitch spend their entire Twitch career streaming to about 5 people, and they know 3 of them in real life. They never grow. If you already have the nice logo, the nice transitions, the nice music, it doesn't matter that it took you months, all capitalized, to get there. There are people who spend years, all capitalized, to accumulate what you're accumulating. So then we get to the other thing I talk about when we talk about streaming. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it for a job or are you doing it for a hobby? I can't quite tell. I'm going to guess that since you're still in the 4 to 10 viewer range, this person is doing it for a hobby. Then there's nothing keeping you in the same games, the same routine, and not having fun and not having joy. If you've ever checked out my streams, I stream an educational question and answer program for a video game that's in development. And I have done this for roughly 700 hours since July. And I love every minute of it. There is nothing better for me than getting on, hitting go live, and starting and having a 3-hour show, a 4-hour show, a 5-hour show. And let me not kid you, 7-hour shows and 12-hour shows answering questions. If you're not having fun, change what you're doing. If you don't care about the viewers, then change what you're doing. If you do care about the viewers, then stick with what works. I'm very critical of myself. I have anxiety, and the only time I feel the stream is somewhat fun is when I drink. We've already talked about that. That's a problem. That is a problem because you have an issue that's feeding into a vice. Is drinking bad? No. Is drinking in order to stream bad? Yeah, I could say that that's going to be a little bit self-destructive. If I stream sober, I feel very boring and I'm very hard on myself. Should I push through, or maybe streaming isn't for me? The only person who can tell you that streaming isn't for you is you. If your parents, if your siblings, if your friends, are all telling you that you shouldn't be a streamer, but there was a point in time that you had fun streaming, keep streaming and do whatever it was that you found fun. If you honestly are being overwhelmed by your anxiety, stop then streaming. For everybody out there that would love to have these stats, 4.3 thousand followers, 10 regulars, even 4 regulars, don't look left, don't look right, don't be comparing yourself to other channels. You just keep doing what you need to do. You stick, you keep your nose to the grindstone, you keep getting up every day, you keep sticking to your schedule, you keep innovating, and then reach out to people like me who are willing to take a look at your channel and tell you, hey, these are just a couple of real quick, low-hanging fruits that you can, improve on. Especially to all those people I just saw streaming to 0 or 1 people. There's a lot they could be doing that would bump themselves up at least halfway, if not 3/4 of the way up the list. So hopefully to a Chinese Food Container, who I will PM this link to directly because they deserve it. Hopefully that answers your question. For anybody else struggling with streaming, I stream 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on my gaming channel, but you can come in and ask a question about content creation. You can reach out to me on Discord. I'm Jahlon #0001. I am more than happy to spend time helping you with your success. And by the way, you want to talk about a guy who's worked on success? There is over on my side panel, I follow very few channels, but you'll see my boy up there, BCG. He's been going at it for years. He only has those 3 followers you see. So he would love to have a following of 10 regulars. So much love to my guy. He happened to be on. I felt he deserved a shout out. You guys take care. And next week, I'm going to talk about motivation, which is going to be like the other half of this sort of video. So what we have here is an end screen. I'd like to say a big thank you to all those names scrolling up the right-hand side of the screen. Those are my sponsors over at Patreon. Wouldn't be able to pay the bills without them. For the rest of you, there's videos. Follow the channel, like, subscribe, do all those social media things.